Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, my name is Brad. This is my channel Animate Orange, and this week in 3D metal model news. Many of the coming soon models that have been on Fascination's coming soon page have now been released and are available for sale. All of the Star Wars helmets are now released, as well as the B-18 Lancer, the F-17 Nighthawk, the Vespa Primavera, the Melbourne W-Class, and the Iconics Optimus Prime model are available at your favorite online retailer such as Your Toy Mart. There are some Apollo spacecraft related models that have been in the coming soon section of Fascination's website, and if I'm not mistaken, they've been there longer than some of the things that just recently came out, but my suspicion is that they're waiting to time the release of those models with some sort of event regarding or in relation to the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 launch, which was July 16th, 1969. So perhaps there's some event coming up they wish to coincide that with, or maybe they've just really early released and they're going to release them next year. I'm not really sure, but I was kind of looking for an explanation myself as to why those have been there and some others have gone through, and that does sometimes happen. But if you look on the Metal Earth website and you wait for the scrolling banner at the top, you will see there's a notation in the coming soon about the Apollo models and the 50th anniversary. So my guess is that they're going to associate that with some other release or correspond that with some other release. Now, catching up from last week, there were a couple of models I forgot about and neglected to mention. There are some models, and these are also Disney exclusives, that are related to the Avatar movie. Some Pandora models. They have the Amp Suit model as well as the Scorpion / Gunship model. Now, thank you to CodeWookie of Instagram for sharing those pictures so that people like myself can be aware of them, and also apparently thank you to Turkisis. Not even sure that there's a way to properly pronounce that, but if you go to CodeWookie's page and you see the listing that he has posted, he also thanks this individual for messaging him to let them know they're available. So thank you to both of you for letting all of us know. And also, after release of last week's video, I noticed something else new in the coming soon category, and that is a monster truck. Don't really have any details about it so far, other than it's a monster truck, and what more is there to say, but it's something else in the coming soon category that showed up right after me releasing last week's news video, so I'm including that here. And again, with Metal Earth, they have just very recently released the identity of the limited edition collector's Looney Tunes Legends model that I had spoke of last week. There's a sort of a contest or a collection contest where if you collect the other released 5 models when they come out and send in sort of a proof of purchase, you can get this limited edition while supplies last collector's model, and they've released the identity of that model. Turns out it is a gold Marvin the Martian. Now, honestly, part of me is a little bit disappointed that it's not another completely different character that goes with the Looney Tunes, but at the same time, with it being a limited edition model, I would also be very highly disappointed if it was something that I might not be able to get that was a very unique character. In Piececool news, there's a interesting and unique new model showing up on their website right now, and I may get this name wrong, but I'm going to give it a try. Mu Gaying. I don't really know anything about this character. I wonder if it has something to do with some of the other characters they've released, like the pig and the monkey character, and the stories that I am unfamiliar with but have heard of. But this is a very interesting model. In the past, Piececool, or in the recent past, Piececool has done some interesting new things by including like plastic or latex faces with their models and hands. And this model, it's taken it a step further. It looks like there may be some beads and odd little fuzzy reddish orange balls included with this model. So it's a very interesting model. I'm very curious to see what's actually included and what it is composed of, more than just metal sheets, because it looks like it's gonna need to be more in that box than just metal sheets. Be very interested to see that when it comes out. And in somewhat rare Tenyo news, finding out stuff about them is a little bit more difficult, but I happened to run across this interesting little gem very recently, and I'll put some links in the description down below. A limited edition green Gundam Zaku 2. Now, the website, I believe, is a Bandai website, although I could be mistaken. There's a lot on that page that Google Translate won't translate, and I don't know what it says. But I thought it very interesting. Now, also, when I go to this website, it pops up that there is international shipping available, though I cannot say what it's going to cost. I've not used this website. I'm not familiar with it, so I can't endorse or recommend it. But I wanted to share it because it's a green Gundam model, and that looks really cool. I know I haven't done any of the Gundam models yet, but I very much would like to. And these were originally, I believe, Tenyo models before they became Metal Earth models. Now, if you scroll farther down on that page, there's also a link to a limited edition Barbatos in gold, also a Gundam model, also from Tenyo. As far as I can find, those are the only two models on that website, but this is an interesting opportunity to get not only a Tenyo model delivered internationally, if you don't live in Japan, which is, I believe, where they are normally released, but an opportunity to get a unique limited edition model. And last but not least, a very brief look on AliExpress at one of my favorite stores. There's a couple of interesting new models. I do not know who makes them or what brand they're by, so it might be a lower quality. I can't say for sure. But there's a Mirage building and a WXL spaceship. Very bizarre and interesting and different looking models that I thought I would share today. I'll leave it at that. As always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. Check out the description for links to some of the stuff I've talked about today. And stay tuned next week for another edition of 3D Metal Model News. Keep on keeping on.